Konnichiwa! Hello my friends! Today we are making sushi rice. So in order to make it, you will specifically need to use the Japanese short grain rice as seen in this video. I had purchased this 11-pound bag of rice at the 99 Ranch Market for only $12.99. You can choose to make the sushi rice either in a rice cooker or on the stovetop. Today I've chosen to use my handy dandy rice cooker. Okay, let's begin. First, you will need to remove the excess starch from the rice. Add water to the pot and use your hand to swish and swirl the rice around. The water will then turn a milky white color. Drain the cloudy water and then add some fresh water. Repeat this process 5 to 6 times until the water is clear or at least less cloudy. Then transfer the rice into a sieve and drain completely. Pour the rinsed rice back into the rice pot. Now add the fresh water. As a general rule, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're going to use 3 cups of rice, then add 3 cups of water. At this point, if you like to throw in a piece of kombu, which is a dried seaweed, it will add a depth of flavor to your rice, but this step is optional. The kombu was $3.29 at the Asian market. Take the kombu and tear it into smaller pieces as shown here. Use a damp paper towel to clean the kombu on both sides. Place the kombu into the water. Close the lid and plug in the rice cooker. All you got to do now is press down on the lever. It will cook the rice for about 15 minutes, so we'll come back to the rice later. While the rice is cooking, let's make the sushi vinegar. This is what we're going to use to flavor our rice, and it's very simple to make. You'll only need 3 ingredients: rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. Okay, let's make the sushi vinegar. In a saucepan, add in the rice vinegar, the sugar, and lastly, the salt. Turn the heat onto medium and stir the vinegar mixture until the sugar is dissolved. Do not allow the mixture to come to a boil. As soon as the sugar is dissolved, immediately remove it from the heat and let it cool. It has been 15 minutes and the light indicator on the rice cooker has switched from rice cooking to keep warm. At this point, you should see steam coming out of the vent hole. Do not open the lid just yet. Let it sit undisturbed for another 5 minutes or so. Okay, it's time to open the lid. The kombu can now be taken out and discarded. Take the rice cooker liner and flip it upside down into a large shallow bowl. There will be a crispy crust at the very bottom of the rice. The crust is inevitable because there is no temperature control on my rice cooker. There is just no way of adjusting the heat. Unfortunately, I don't own one of those fancy sushi rice cookers. But not to worry, because the crust can easily be removed with the rice paddle. And don't discard the crispy crust, because I'll show you at the end of this video what exactly you can do with it. Here is all the crust that was removed from the bottom of the rice. Just place the crust in a plastic storage container and set it aside for now. It's time to flavor the rice. So while the rice is hot, immediately add the sushi vinegar mix. Gradually drizzle the cooled vinegar mixture evenly over the rice. Then get ready to karate chop the rice. Hey-ya, 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 hey-ya. Slice into the rice and then fold it over. Be careful not to mash the rice, so do not stir or mix it. Just slice the rice at an angle and then gently fold it over. While cutting into the rice, you should be fanning it as well. The rice needs to be cooled down as quickly as possible. So with one hand, you're going to use the rice paddle to cut into the rice, and with your other hand, you're going to fan it. This is kind of hard to do if you're not a very coordinated person. It's like trying to rub your belly and pat your head at the same time. It'll probably be much easier if you can get someone to help you fan the rice while you slice it. After cutting, folding, and fanning the rice for about 5 minutes or so, the rice will have soaked up most of the vinegar mixture. Be sure not to overmix the rice, otherwise you will have mushy rice. Once you notice that most of the liquid has been absorbed, then stop there and let the rice cool to body temperature. Place the rice on the counter and cover the bowl with a damp towel to prevent the rice from drying out. It will keep for up to 3 hours this way. Do not refrigerate the rice, as the rice will harden. Allow the rice to absorb all of the vinegar mix, so let it sit on the counter for 45 minutes before you use it. Every so often though, come back to the bowl of rice and fold it over. This will help fluff up the rice. Now that the sushi rice is done, let's get rolling. Today I'm going to make a shredded pork roll. This is not your typical Japanese sushi roll filling. For the filling, I'm going to use this here, which is some Vietnamese dry shredded pork. This package of dry shredded pork can be bought at most Vietnamese stores, but I had bought mine at Lee's Sandwiches for about $10. You're going to use half a sheet of nori and place the shiny side down. This roll is pretty simple to make, and I'll show you how it's done. Be sure to wet your fingers, otherwise the rice will stick to them. Spread the rice onto the bottom half of the nori sheet only. Add the dry shredded pork. Once the nori has covered the rice and the shredded pork, use the sushi mat to squeeze the roll. Dip your finger in some water and wet the edge of the nori to seal the roll. And that's it! It's as simple as that. If the ends of the rolls are sticking out, just use your palm to press them in. Wet your knife and then slice the sushi roll. Now you got these cute little pork sushi rolls. I don't recommend making the sushi rolls any bigger than this because the shredded pork can be a bit salty. It's the perfect size for you just to plop the whole roll into your mouth. Next, I'm going to show you what you can do with the crispy crust that we had saved earlier. I have here a package of Chinese sausages, and it was $4.99 at my local Asian market. But I had also seen them sold at Costco as well, so if you don't live near an Asian market, you might want to check there. Place one of the sausages into a saucepan and fill it with some water, about halfway up the sausage, and then bring it to a boil. Once it has come to a boil, cover and reduce the heat to simmer for about 30 minutes. After the first 10 minutes, check on the water level. You may need to refill the pan with more water as it may have evaporated. Do not let the pan go dry. While the sausage is cooking, let's make the scallion oil. Chop up one bunch of scallions and place them in a bowl. Then add some vegetable oil. And also add a pinch of salt. Cover the bowl and cook the scallions in the microwave for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes in the microwave, the green onions will now look like this. Be careful when you take the bowl out of the microwave because it will be very hot. Immediately, scoop out the green onions and transfer them over to another bowl, then set it aside. After 30 minutes, remove the sausage from the pan and drain the water. Wipe the pan dry, then add a little bit of oil. You can now place the sausage back into the pan. Fry it on medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove from the pan when the skin is slightly crispy. Then place on a paper towel and pat dry. Thinly slice the Chinese sausage. Okay, now reheat the crispy rice in the microwave for 1 minute. We can now assemble the dish. Scatter the dry shredded pork over the rice. Next, add the Chinese sausages. And then add the green onions. Be sure to warm the bowl of green onions in the microwave for a few seconds right before assembling the dish. And voila! You got yourself a tasty dish. Most people would have probably tossed out the crispy crust. What a shame, because it's delicious, especially served this way. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you later, alligator. Bye!